Depends what you mean, but every module in here is patchable, but there's an internal patch.
Okay.
When you stick something in the hole, you undo the patch.
Okay.
So fully modular, but there is a kind of serving suggestion built in. If we removed all these wires, it would give you a standard synth voice very similar to this one.
Okay.
We just have it patched to do something else right now, just for the sake of variety.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a MIDI converter in here with a adapter for a MIDI keyboard or any other MIDI source. 2 oscillators, a mixer, filter, envelope generator, VCA, noise source, sample and hold, arpeggiator, a few other things, LFO. So there's a lot of stuff built in. Pre-patched to make a kind of standard subtractive synth voice. Oscillator goes to mixer, goes to filter, goes to VCA, but you can patch it any way you like it. It's Euro rack in size, so it'll fit in any of the standard Euro rack enclosure, and it's still fully modular, so if you have an expanded system with other parts, you can. All these parts are usable independently too. You don't have to use them the way it's internally patched. It's just a quick way for people to get sort of started in synthesis. So this is our kind of simplest all-in-one device. We sell with in the case with the power supply for $699.
$699.
Yeah, that's cool. And if you were to piece out all the parts, MIDI converter, 2 oscillators, and all that stuff, you'd pay a hell of a lot more than that.
Right.
And you'd probably be shopping for 2 years. You'd have to buy a NAMM rack and a power supply and worry about it all working together.
So it works as a standalone and it can fit as a modular
you need a
component.
source if you want to do melody stuff, right? You need a keyboard, but you get a MIDI keyboard pretty damn cheap.
Right. Yeah. And I think
it's basically switches anyway, and I mean, it's not like there's.
And you can patch a sequencer to it and all that.
You patch a sequencer to it, it'll work with anything that generates MIDI messages, so Ableton or Logic or any of that other stuff. You control it from your software, but you have the analog sound and the tweakability.
Nice.
It has the headphones out, so you can listen directly or via, any kind of other amplification system. It's very compact, but powerful.
It's a good starting point.
Yes.
And hey,
we're finding a lot of people are excited about the idea of modular, but they're terrified at the same time.
Right. It can be pretty daunting if you don't know what you're doing.
Half of the stuff you're thinking about buying has names that don't make any sense to you.
Right.
I need to buy something to put it in. There's just sort of like having to build all this stuff yourself. I think that's very off-putting.
It can be, yeah.
So these sort of very small, compact systems that give you all the flexibility without the kind of shopping hassle, and you already know this stuff works well together.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. And if you don't have the space for all that,
that's just it too. There are a lot of people. I mean, like, I don't know if you guys are local, but people in New York, they don't have any room.
Right.
They have these ridiculously small apartments, and they don't have space for a case that big.
Right. Yeah.